Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's video. This is a presentation, but I am recording this live so that you guys can rewatch this as many times as you need to. This is the second time I've done this. I did this last year and people really seem to appreciate it because with the holidays coming up and New Year's Eve and parties and just all around craziness, buying gifts, going to the mall, shopping, spending all day out, a lot of people are just confused about how to maintain their health throughout the holidays and how to go through the holiday season without feeling guilty for indulging because there is so much yummy food and so much family time, and you don't want to be that person, the curmudgeon in the corner who's like, I'm not eating that. So this is a presentation on how to stay healthy and also avoid that feeling of food guilt, which often gets us in a place where we're just like overindulging because we feel guilty. And it's like, I might as well, just eat the whole kitchen because I ate something that I wasn't supposed to. So I'm going to teach you how to avoid that today and also how to stay healthy through the holidays. So the first thing we're going to talk about is just kind of like your mindset and what you need to be thinking about, what kinds of things you need to have in your mind as you're going through this holiday season. We're going to talk about some habits that I always encourage my clients to have. We're going to talk about some of the practical things that you need to do, as well as just affirmations. They're affirmations, but they're also just like little phrases that, my clients will ask me a question and I kind of clip back with these because they're good reminders for how we need to be thinking about food, how we need to be thinking about the holiday season, how we need to be thinking about our health, long-term and short-term, and really just how to enjoy this season without going overboard, without indulging, and without gaining like 20 pounds. Like, it is not normal to gain 20 pounds during the holiday season. I'm sorry. It is common, but it is not normal. And you don't have to, gain a bunch of weight. You can still enjoy every single party, enjoy the food, and still maintain a healthy body and a healthy mind, most importantly. So let's get started with holiday mindset. So this is what I teach to my clients. The holidays are technically 3 distinct days, right? Some of you, it may be 4. So what I'm thinking of is Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, and then maybe Christmas Eve or New Year's Day. So that's 5 days, right? That's 5 days in a matter of 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, so that's 21 days, 5 out of 21 days. Okay, they're 3 distinct days. Actually, it's more than that. I'm sorry, because Christmas is a month out from Thanksgiving. So it's way more. That's 5 days in over 30 days. So the holidays are not this entire time. And when you think about it as just like the 5 days, let's extend it out. For me, it's really 3. We don't really celebrate Christmas Eve. We celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve. So for me, it's 3 days. So for some of you, it may be 5, but even then, let's say it's 5 days out of 30 days. That's 25 out of 30, right? So instead of thinking about it as, oh my gosh, there's this entire span of time where I'm going to be eating a bunch of food, then you're like, oh my gosh, I feel guilty. It's like, no, it's really just 5 days. It's not that many days in the grand scheme of, eternity, right? It's just 5 days. And I think why that's helpful is you can think about it as, okay, there's 5 days where I'm probably going to be off of my normal routine. The other 25 days, I get to eat healthy. I get to eat like I normally do. What makes me feel good, what makes me feel energized, what makes me feel strong and healthy. The other thing that I tell my clients is like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to mince words here. It is not an excuse to forego your health. You're like, it's the holidays. Let me keep eating bags and bags of chocolates. It's the holidays. Let me eat, every single pie and pumpkin thing that I see. You don't have to do that. Like, that is literally you not wanting to follow your plan. I don't feel bad for saying this, you guys. We have to be adults. We have to be able to exercise self-control. They're not an excuse, because inevitably what happens is you start to feel bad because you have now taken this entire 6 weeks and really ruined your health. Okay, you've taken these 6 weeks and gone, okay, I'm going to eat whatever I want and whatever quantities I want with no abandon, and you feel bad about it. So instead of putting yourself in that position where you feel guilty, just don't even go there. Just say, you know what? This is not an excuse. I don't need the holidays. If I want to have an off day, I can have an off day. I don't need the holidays to do that. And anyway, I don't want to feel bad when I am done with these 6 weeks. You don't want to feel bad. I know this about you guys. You do not want to feel bad. I don't either. I had to give, so I used to be this person. The holidays would come and it was like, okay, it's the holiday season. So every time someone offers me peppermint bark, I have to say yes. Every time someone offers me eggnog, I have to say yes. I drank in excess, I ate in excess, and then New Year's would come and I'd be 10, 15 pounds heavier and I would feel guilty. And then I got to the point where I was like, why am I putting myself through this cycle? This is so dumb. I don't really feel that great when I eat a bunch of chocolate. I don't feel that great when I'm drinking a ton of alcohol. I don't feel that great when I'm eating a bunch of sugar. Am I still going to eat some sugar? Yes. But I don't feel great when I overindulge. So how about I just don't give myself that excuse, right? You do not have to forego your health for the holidays. You do not. You can just take the food that you really enjoy it, that you really like to eat, enjoy it. I'm so looking forward to my sister's mac and cheese. I'm so looking forward to her cheesecake. I'm very much looking forward to banana pudding, but I'm not going to have it every day. I'm not going to extend Thanksgiving 5 days. I'm not going to extend Christmas 6 days. I'm going to have it. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to move on. The other thing that's helpful is to think about maintenance over perfection. So this is for my people who are perfectionists, right? You guys like to have a perfect macros, perfect meal plans, perfect eating. Think about like, this is not the time to be thinking, I want to lose weight. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep it a buck. This is not the time to lose weight, but this is also not the time to gain weight. So during the holiday season, I challenge myself to maintain. I am not actively trying to lose weight during the holiday season, typically, unless I'm doing a show. I'm just looking to maintain. That means that I'm eating healthy portions, normal amounts. I'm not overdoing cardio. I'm not overdoing exercise, but I'm also not overindulging in food. I'm not, again, making a meal out of every single snack. I'm not just eating without abandon. I am still very conscious and mindful of what I'm eating. And the last thing, and this is a game changer, you guys, listen. Everything is not, I don't just be eating to be eating. You guys, there's a thing, if you're one of my clients and you tell me that you've had like a crumble cookie or you've had French toast or whatever, I ask you all the time, was it worth it? Everything is not worth it. Everything is not worth it. Sometimes that cake that your aunt made is disgusting. It's dry. It's not even sweet enough and it's nasty. Don't eat the dang cake. It's not worth it. Because to me, if I'm going to eat excess calories, they're going to be worth it. Okay. I'm going to have 2 bites of that cookie. And if it's not good, I'll pick something else up from the table. I am not joking, you guys. Do not waste your calories on things that are not good. Sometimes with the holiday season, we just eat stuff to be eating. And it's like, you're eating from a place of numbness and not from a place of mindfulness. I do not like ham. I will not be eating ham. Love turkey, love dressing. I'll be eating lots of that. I only eat what is worth it. And this helps you to be more mindful about what you're putting in your mouth because you're like, is that even worth it? Nope. This piece alone, you don't feel guilty when something was worth it. If a piece of food was worth it, you don't feel guilty about it. Most people are like, great, I was worth it. When you start eating mindlessly, that's when you feel guilty because your subconscious knows, hey, I probably shouldn't have been doing that. But when you eat something that's like, oh, you're like, oh my gosh, that was so good. That's how I feel about my sister's cheesecake. Worth it. I feel zero guilt about it. My mom's pumpkin sweet potato pie, zero guilt. I will have a half a pie. I do not care. So good. And I feel zero guilt about it. And the next day, I just move on. And so really think about, is it worth it? These are the things I want you to think about for your mindset. Holidays are just 3 or 4 days. They're not an excuse to forego your health. You don't have to be the person who gains weight over the holidays. Maintenance over perfection. You're going to be busy some days. You're only going to get a 15-minute workout in. You're only going to get a 30-minute workout in. Sometimes you're going to have to just walk and not do your normal dance class or whatever. Maintenance over perfection, and everything is not worth it. All right. Next. So these are the holiday habits, and they're really like, these are kind of my general habits for parties also. Number one, make sure that you get protein in throughout the day. Typically what happens during the holiday season is because there's so many cookies and cinnamon rolls and pies and candies, we end up eating a lot of carbohydrates. And the more carbohydrates you eat, the more you crave. So if you get your minimum amount of protein in, that's everyone should be getting minimum 100 grams of protein in. If you get 100 grams of protein in, you're not going to crave as much. And really, what happens is we start craving things that come into the office that people start to offer us. So make sure that you're getting enough protein so that you're not craving sweets and that you're not craving sugar. You have more willpower when you eat enough protein. 500%. I always keep chopsticks in my car. I keep beef jerky. I keep what else is like protein bars, because I know how my brain works. I know how the human body works. When I don't have enough protein, I'm always searching for more things. I'm searching for fats and I'm searching for carbohydrates. That's most sweets. So if you get enough protein, you won't have as many cravings. And this is a trick. So now that the holiday season is coming up, I'm keeping turkey sticks in my car. I'm keeping beef jerky. I'm keeping boiled eggs. I have all of these snacks that I have that are going to help me to maintain my hunger levels. So I'm not just like grabbing anything that someone gives me. Second thing, no saving up. I know some of us do this. We have a party and we're like, I'm just going to save. I'm going to have, a grapefruit for breakfast and a tiny little sandwich for lunch. And I'm going to eat what I want at this party. A lot of times what happens in those parties is that you end up overindulging because your body is trying to make up for not eating the rest of the day. So let's go back up to number one. Have healthy proteins for breakfast and lunch if you have a party at night, and notice how you can make a better decision about what it is that you want to eat. You're not going to be craving and wanting to eat every single thing that's there. Okay. The next thing is to have what I call the next right thing mentality. This goes for everything in life, but especially for food. There's going to be days where you don't do what you planned. Okay. You plan to work out, you plan to eat your healthy meal, and it just didn't go that way. What I want you to develop is the next right thing mentality. The reason why people really struggle with their health and maintaining their weight is they stop doing the next right thing. They go into catastrophe. That is, I blew up one tire, I might as well kill all the rest of the 4 tires, and then I'm, and I'll start over tomorrow. No, do the next right thing. Let's say you went to this lunch party, and you ate way too many sweets and you're like, oh, I feel so guilty. Nope. Next right thing. For dinner, have a healthy, protein-rich, vegetable and fruit-rich meal, go to sleep, drink lots of water, and do the next right thing the next day. So do not fall into the trap of expanding these mistakes out for weeks and weeks and weeks. Do the next right thing. Okay. Number 4, avoid this extreme thinking, which is I can't have anything. It's moderation over everything. Moderation to me means 80% of the time I nourish my body, 20% of the time I nourish my soul. So when I'm going to a party, I'm going to look for the protein. I'm going to look for the vegetables. I'm going to look for the healthy fats. And then I'm going to grab a few sweets. I'm not going to load up my plate with a bunch of unhealthy food. I'm still going to exercise moderation, but I'm not going to tell myself no to having something that's worth it. That goes back to the worth it mentality. Moderation over everything. So I'm going to have my protein, I'm going to have my carbs, I'm going to have my fats, and then I'll have a few things that I think are going to taste really delicious. So I'll have a little mini cheesecake, I'll have a piece of crumble cake, I'll have some pumpkin pie if it's good, because I really like sweet potato pie, not pumpkin pie. I'll have some sweet potato pie, and then I move on. but I don't fall into the trap of doing like juice fasts and detoxes during the holiday season. Nope. I eat as normally as possible for as most of the time as I can. That means when I go to a holiday party and there's like potatoes and there's some, roasted chicken and then there's some broccoli, I'll put those on my plate like a normal meal because that's how I normally eat. And then I add the little fun stuff on the side. The last thing that I do with my clients is, how there's always little candies in the office. So they always have like, like little Twix, like mini Milky Ways. They have an allowance. Most of them, it's three mini candies a day. That's it. So eat your normal meals, eat your healthy meals, and then have 3 mini candies a day. And you're good to go. Most people, that satisfies that craving, they don't feel guilty, and they move on, and it doesn't impede their progress. But if you say, okay, oh, I'm not going to eat any, I'm not going to eat any, I'm not going to eat any, then you have one and you're like, well, I had one, so I might as well have 2. So I might as well have 3. So I might as well have 4. So I might as well have 5. No, say you can have it. Give yourself a container for these snacks. So I let myself, when I was teaching, I gave myself a daily allowance. It was 3. Sometimes I had 2, sometimes I had 1, sometimes I had 3, sometimes I had 4, but I kept it an average of 3. And that was good. That let me satisfy my craving, and I didn't feel guilty because I said I wasn't going to have any, and then I lied to myself, because that's where that comes from, is that, I told myself I wasn't going to do it, and now I have to do it again. Nope. Just, I told myself I wasn't going to do it, and then I did it, and now I feel guilty, so I might as well eat the whole jar. We're going to avoid that altogether. Give yourself a range. Okay, I get 1 to 3 candies daily. If I go over to 4, okay, fine, whatever. But give yourself a range, because when you say I can't have anything, your mind automatically is like, have the thing, go get it, go eat that whole jar of candy. So there's that. All right, the last thing I want to talk about is some affirmations, and you can either say these out loud, you can kind of just keep these on your desk, you can keep, look at these in the morning. But my first one is, I can enjoy holiday foods without guilt. So in my food mindset course, I talk about the cycle of guilt. And that guilty cycle is, you eat something, you feel guilty, you become addicted to the guilt, so you keep doing it. You're like, what? Yes. People become addicted to the guilt that they feel after doing something bad. There's a whole psychology behind this. So what do? I stop feeling guilty. I stop allowing myself to feel guilty. So then I'm not addicted to that feeling. So then I don't want to overeat. So tell yourself, I can enjoy holiday foods without guilt. Don't think of holiday foods as bad. Oh, it's bad because it's not exactly what I would normally eat. No, I can enjoy them without guilt. When I keep my routine of exercise and healthy eating, I feel great. I feel great. So a lot of people, when this time comes, it's really busy and they forget to carve out time for themselves. Remember that we don't just exercise and eat well so that our bodies look good. We do it so that we can stay sane, so we can make good decisions, so we can feel good in our bodies, right? And if you forget to exercise, and if you forget to eat healthy, and you go throughout your day, you're not going to make as good of decisions. When you exercise and eat well, you want to make good decisions. You want to eat well. You want to eat healthy. You don't want to lose that feeling. And so keep your routine of exercise and healthy eating. This is also the tip for like when you travel. Exercise. The reason why people gain so much weight when they go on vacation is because they stop exercising. Exercise. Why are you stopping exercising just because you're on vacation? Exercise is not work. It is part of your healthy life, right? It is part of your normal routine. Exercise. Keep exercising through the holiday season. Don't think that just because it's now Christmas and Thanksgiving that I could stop exercising. No, this is for your life. This is not for a season. This is for your life. Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's are still part of your life. Keep exercising, keep eating healthy. It's going to help your mood. It's going to help you feel good. It's going to help you make better decisions. It's going to keep you rational. Okay. Number 3, this is a good one and an important one. I am capable of exercising self-control. Yeah, you are. I know that we live in a world that's like, have everything you want whenever you want it. I'm sorry, but that's not conducive to a healthy lifestyle. Everyone who is healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually has to exercise discipline. Period. This is not just weight related. This is like whole being related. What kind of person do you want to be? Do you want to be a person who exercises self control, or do you want to be a person who has no self control? Everybody knows what that looks like. What does it look like when someone does not have self control? They can't pay their bills. They can't keep a job. They can't maintain healthy relationships. They can't maintain their weight, right? Oftentimes they struggle with addiction. Like these are things that go beyond food, right? So we have to exercise self control. It's not a bad thing. Discipline is not a bad word, it's not a dirty word. Now it is, but in today's society, it's a dirty word, but it's not. When you are disciplined with your body and with your mouth, you are disciplined in every area of your life. So say to yourself, you know what? I can say no, and it's okay. I've allowed myself to have my allotted goodies, and now I can say no. Okay. This fifth one is great. I love this too. It's because your body knows what to do. We often have this thought that if I have one candy or if I have too many extra pieces of pie, that I'm automatically going to gain 10 pounds of fat. No, your body actually knows what to do. Your body knows what to do. It knows that you, maybe you need to use this a little bit extra, for whatever activity you have next week. Your body knows how to burn food. It's not going to just automatically gain fat. Okay. But we have this thing where we're afraid of eating a little bit extra because we think, oh my gosh, my body doesn't know what to do. Your body's really smart. It can actually handle more than you think. So just say to yourself, my body knows what to do. If I don't do exactly what I was supposed to, my body knows what to do with this. I can trust my body that when I keep my exercise of routine and healthy eating, when I go right back to doing the next right thing, my body knows what to do. And this last thing is not really an affirmation, it's a question, but it's that whole thing of, is it worth it? Don't forget to ask yourself if it's worth it. Sometimes it's not worth it to, um, you know, have that piece of pumpkin pie because it's nasty. Sometimes it's not worth it to have that fifth piece of candy because it's really not that good. Sometimes it's not worth it to have that drink because you've had too many already. Just ask yourself if it's worth it. And sometimes the answer is yes, and sometimes the answer is no. All right, so let me go ahead and I'm going to come off of here and I'm going to pull up some of the questions that I had. So those of you guys signed up and I asked you to write down your questions. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull up the questions on my phone and answer them. So let me stop sharing my screen. Okie dokie. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Number one, what should I eat at parties? Okay, so at holiday parties, oh my gosh, my computer's gonna die. I'm always in this situation. Um, Sorry, you guys. Ah, oh my gosh. It's okay. So if you guys are on the call last year, I swear this happens every single time. Okay, what do I eat at parties? So at parties, I kind of said this in the presentation, but I typically go to for protein. So whatever the protein is, whether it's like turkey sausages or turkey or chicken sausages or what is that thing? Meatloaf, whatever. I usually go for the protein. Then I find the vegetables. So usually there's some sort of like vegetable platter or tray. I grab those and then I go for like a carb. So sometimes my carb is dessert and sometimes it's like the potatoes or the rice or whatever. And then if there's a salad, I always put that on my plate. So I like I said in the presentation, I kind of try and go for like the healthier things initially, and then I go after and I look at the dessert and I go, oh, okay, like, so I try and eat as normally as possible, meaning I pick something that is like what I would normally eat at home. Now, if there's things like macaroni salad or mac and cheese, like I put a little bit of that on my plate. I don't do like heaping spoonfuls of things. So I'll put a little bit of everything on my plate. And for Thanksgiving, I limit myself to one plate essentially. It's like have one plate of food and be done. Because after that, I'm full anyway. And I'm not in the business of like overstuffing myself anymore. I used to do that when I was before and I didn't have my food under control, but I'm not in the business of doing that anymore. So I usually just limit myself to one plate on Thanksgiving and then dessert, and then I'm done, and I stop when I eat till I'm satisfied, and that's it. I try not to overstuff myself. So that's a big one. Okay. Um what about alcohol? What are the best drinks for weight loss? Okay. So I am a fan of tequila because it's made from agave. It's not made from rye or whiskey or potatoes or anything like that. My general rule is have the drinks with the least amount of sugar, meaning the drinks that have the least amount of like syrups and like mixes. I'm like a Cran vodka, Diet Coke and rum, like, yes, I have Diet Coke with my drinks. Um, so I just try and keep it light. One glass of wine, I keep it very, very light with alcohol. I try not to do too many mixed drinks. When I go out, I often will order like a tequila and lime. So literally just tequila lime. I squeeze my lime and my tequila with ice and I drink it like that. But I also like the taste of tequila. If someone's making the drink, just ask for less of the sugar. So if they're putting Sprite or ginger ale in it, just ask for less of that. And then I do limit myself to like one drink, maybe two, just because it's just, for me, it's not worth it. Like, I'm like, because the calories are not worth it. That's the not worth it question. For me, I'm like, I'd rather eat those calories. I'm not going to I don't like the way I feel when I'm hungover the next day or I'm feeling lethargic anyway. So it's like, I would rather eat my calories than drink them. So great, great question. Okay, next one. What are the best snacks? Okay. So I don't, do you mean, I'm sure this person I don't know if they mean during the day but for me, like I said, I am a protein person. I think during the holidays, especially, normally I would be doing like granola bars, like with a little bit of carb and fat and protein. But I am just during the holidays, especially if I know I'm going to a lot of parties, I do a lot more protein. So like I said, I'll do like my hard boiled eggs. I'll do like my turkey wrap. So I wrap turkey and lettuce together and I put some kimchi on it and I eat it like that. I'll do like a some nuts. I might do a meat and cheese plate if I'm having dairy at the time. So something that's like a lot of protein so that I'm not craving foods later on. Okay, someone asked, what about workouts? Do you typically require your clients to work out during the holidays? Yes. Like I said, we have to stop looking at working out as like something I do sometimes. It's like, if this is your lifestyle, then you don't stop doing it just because something comes up, right? Like you keep working out because that's what you would normally do. I'm trying to get us to a point where we look at working out as like taking your medicine. So if you have high blood pressure, you take your high blood pressure medication every day. You don't stop taking it because it's the holidays or because you're on vacation. Your exercise is your medicine. So you're going to take it anyway. Okay. So I want you to think about it like that. Take your exercise, your medicine anyway. do your exercise anyway. I do understand that people are busy, and I do understand that people have lives. So what I tell my clients is something is better than nothing. Do something. If you can't do your full 45 to 60-minute workout, do 20 minutes. Who cares? Something is better than nothing. Okay. Do you weigh yourself during the holidays? No. Absolutely not. And I sometimes my clients do, it depends on where they are in their journey. Sometimes they don't, but I do not know. And I wait until I've done like a week after the holidays are over and I've gotten back on track, and then I'll weigh myself. Like I've gotten back to my normal routine, meaning I'm not doing 3 candies a day. I'm not, I'm back and strong, then yes. Yes. Okay. So those are the questions that I want to answer, because most of the other ones I actually answered during the class. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go because we're at our 30-minute limit. And I will go ahead and send this out to you guys because you guys sent me your emails. I'll go ahead and send this out to you guys in just a minute. I'm going to go make dinner first. And then I'll send this out to you guys when we are done. All right. Thanks for joining. See you guys later. Bye.